Hi, Paul Slackis, Good News Planner, speaking to Dave Grotto. Hi, Dave. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Okay, good. Hershey's, Moderation Nation. Excellent. Happiness through well-being, and we have a lot of good news here. And Dave is a registered dietitian, and if I read his bio correctly, he's been working since he was born or something like that. 14 years old in the natural food. What are you talking about?
It would seem like that. I've been working since I've been born, but my love, Paul, for food has translated early on into a working career. Actually, starting at 14 years of age,
Right.
I worked in the natural foods industry, and then decided to become a registered dietitian, and decided to do that after a failed career as a rock and roll accordion star. So here I am.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you. Not that I'm happy that it didn't work out, but health is wealth, right?
It is. It's all about an enjoyment and happiness. And as you just said, I'm here today and thrilled to be partnering with Hershey's Moderation Nation. And really, this whole focus is about balanced lifestyle tips and tools to enjoy happiness through well-being. I'm also a certified laughter leader. So I'm all about getting people to enjoy life. Food and laughter. It's all part of what makes life worth living.
Beautiful. We're on the same. I'm a yoga laughter instructor.
That's right. It's Hasya Yoga, so that's exactly what I do with my patients, too.
Excellent.
And we celebrate after a laughing session and have some delicious Hershey Kisses to reward ourselves.
Magnificent. I think it's very healthy. There's a great artist. His name is Mr. Barnett, and Will Barnett is like in the 90s, okay? And when I asked him, what's your good news, or how come life is so good for you, he goes, I have a piece of chocolate every day. And chocolate's a win, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. I've written 3 books now, 101 Foods That Could Save Your Life, and I'm proud to say chocolate is one of the proud 101. Second book is 101 Optimal Life Foods, which is really kind of putting together health protocols, and you'll see chocolate, a very common theme throughout there. And then I've got a third book that's coming out in January, which is called Best Things That You Can Eat. And, in fact, chocolate, once again, is there. And so we're not only seeing that chocolate is just, a nice indulgence to have, but I like to call it an indulgence with a purpose. The cocoa that's in chocolate contains something called cocoa flavonols, which have been shown to actually have cardiovascular benefits and anti-inflammatory benefits. So it is certainly one of my preferred treats for sure.
All right, that's good news. Now, on your website here, okay, Moderation Nation, take the Good Life Promise. You can become a part of the Moderation Nation community by making a commitment here. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So go to themoderationnation.com. Again, it's themoderationnation.com, and you can take what's called the Good Life Promise. And basically what that is just committing to doing one action that makes you happy each and every day. Now, that could be practicing laughing yoga, as we just talked about. Maybe enjoying a latte each morning. Grabbing 5 portion-controlled Hershey Kisses special dark chocolates, after lunch. It can be very, very simple. But what I found as a registered dietitian for over 25 years is that good behaviors beget good behaviors. I think a lot of people who are experiencing health challenges think they've got to make broad, sweeping changes right off the bat. There's so many messages out there about what to stay away from. But, Paul, what I have found in my practice with my patients is that adding in is by far much more important than staying away. And, I see all the time my patients who have tried that route, they go to the first graduation party, an event, or whatever, and they see something that they've enjoyed all their life, and they feel, deprived, and then they overshoot the runway and eat way too much of that. So Hershey's Moderation Nation message is really to go for that balanced lifestyle and enjoy portion control tips.
I see you have some featured recipes on here.
Yes.
So give us a day of how you see living life in the
Absolutely.
world of moderation.
in the world of moderation and the world of Dave Grotto, again, it's about a focus of adding in, not taking away.
Okay.
And life throws you curveballs sometimes. Sometimes you get off track with your regular kind of balance. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be in the nutrition arena. The wonderful thing about Hershey's Moderation Nation website is you're going to find great information about how to get your physical activity part of your life in balance. Work and life balance. We've got a great good life guru, as we're called, Renee Ross, who actually teaches you how to kind of balance that work and life aspect. We've got Chris Freytag, who's a fitness expert. We have Olympian Jenny Finch, who's a family activity expert, and then we have Chef Kelsey Nixon, who's got great recipes. So I think you'll find this, what I like to refer to as an oasis of moderation tips and helpful guidance there on the Moderation Nation website.
It doesn't hurt to also go down to Hershey Park and have a nice day down there with the family or friends.
Well, that's, I'm here in Chicago, and I'm thinking, boy, a nice day is grabbing maybe a beer in Wrigley Field. But you are absolutely right. A stroll to Hershey Park is a wonderful thing when you're there, that's for sure.
Because you're a fun guy, right? You like to enjoy life. And how's the psychology of life play into your food? Because if someone is sort of having some challenges, sometimes life makes them go to the refrigerator, and I will raise my hand here, and do more than I should be in the world of eating.
Sure.
How do you deal with it?
That's actually an excellent point, because people eat for other non-hunger reasons. We eat to reward ourselves. We eat because maybe we're not happy, and that brings some joy and satisfaction. A quick story, in my former clinical life, I used to be a director of nutrition at a cancer center. Mm-hmm. And what I found for a lot of these people who are undergoing chemotherapy and radiation and really going through some very rigorous treatment, that they really looked forward to eating something that would bring great joy and happiness,
Mm-hmm.
So a little square of chocolate or something of that nature just really made them happy. And that's important, because if we didn't care about what we were eating, we would just be eating grass clippings, and that wouldn't be any fun. But I think that's what separates us as human beings from, other animals on this earth, is that we really, truly want to enjoy our food. And it's not just about eating the food, Paul, but it's also eating together as a family and taking that time and being mindful. You probably have heard about that concept recently, is that really concentrate on what you're eating. And that, getting back to the Hershey's Kisses, I love to use that with my group settings when I'm teaching, eating moderately, is to take that Hershey Kiss, put it on your tongue, close your eyes, and think about all the things that are going on in your mouth, that joy and happiness party that's happening right then and there. And then you start thinking, wow, I'm grateful I got taste buds, and I'm grateful I've got these Hershey's Kisses in my mouth.
Moderation, happiness through well-being. The site is well put together, and you got a lot of good wise people on it as well to share their good thoughts. So it's a great place for people to go. Dave, let me ask you one last question. What's good news for you?
Well, good news in my own personal life is that the best things you can eat will be launching in January. In fact, my good friend, who also has a great eye about enjoying foods that you really love, Lisa Lillian, a.k.a. Hungry Girl, actually wrote the foreword to the book. So I'm really looking forward for that book to come out. It's actually 60 good-for-you food lists. So if people want to know, hey, what are those best foods for fighting heart disease, helping to reduce pain, promote sleep, you're going to find that in that book.